The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go. Hey, Ridley. Hey, 55, Mike, 55.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Check. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
218, jump.
Now Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Left out. Take both of them. Hey, Haywood. These 2.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
7-7. Hey, Alpha. Middle. Mike, Jack 16. Here we go. You good? Here we go. Check.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
That! 180.
44, come on. Hey, come on now. Check it back.
He finds his man Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Snickers, 66.
Now they try the right side here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Recon, 132 fighter. Easy. Hey, nice 7. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, man.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
14, Chiefs, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Sheds a second man.
He's building up.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nick Chubb, 59 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Rush in. 25. Check 25. Check 25. No. Off. Slam. Check 4.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Snickers, now spin.
He's checking crap. Check 31. Check 31. Kill. Shift.
Focus.
On second down, it's Snell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No spacing. 80 weapons.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so, and that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
Check. Heat these two. Crunch. Hey. 50.
Slam.
And again this time to the tailback. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
a gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 33-yard line.
44's Mike. Check.
Show that bench release and go.
44's Mike.
Black is hurt.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
64.
Third and long.
Alert.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Whirl! No spacing.
44's Mike. Check.
Hey, alert. Hey, seam 6. Block it back.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Go! 44 is the mic. Hey! Check. Man, I got you.
These two.
44 is the mic.
Hey, alert.
Check pass.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
When people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes hits his target, the tight end Mo Alley Cox. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Black 20. Jack 16.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Delta. No spacing.
44 is the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the loose.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
at their own 10-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Like 30. Easy. Shoot that bomber. Shoot that bomber. 8. 44.
Here's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Check 13. Check 13.
Double.
Check 6 guys.
Right back to him on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Snickers. 66.
Snell going to try the right side. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Alert.
44. Mike. 44.
22, 44. Middle.
44.
Bravo.
44 to Mike. They can't hang with us.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Joker, 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 joker. Snickers. Switch. Check 37, check 37. Takes 2 of them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, alert. Jam.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Hey! Watch out. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They complete it to Hill.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 50, Charlie. Check 55. Here, 15. Hey, let's go.
Now Chubb. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Chubb. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. He gets this one to Johnson. 30, the 20, and finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Check 52. Key these 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
You draw closer.
Slam. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now here's Mahomes. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Mahomes got his open man. It's Carr. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 55's Mike, guys, 55. You bet.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Set! 180!
44. I know he ain't got it. Check 99. Check 99.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Quarter. Easy.
Watch it.
Now they try the right side here. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
44.
44's Mike. Check.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
66. Solid, 5 down.
Shoot. Check. Sponge.
Take both of them. Wide open.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10
1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 23 yards, the final tally. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Yellow. I'll go little lady. Hey, 15. There you go. Nice 7. Let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll pull it down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check the backer. Check the backer. Hey, yo, go.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that'll back him up 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike 5-4, Mike Alpha. Mike 5-4. You rush.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to take a shot for the ends. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Hey, they're scared. Middle.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Yellow. On the line.
I got him.
Hey, Ribbliss.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week.